Hello everyone, welcome to this week's video announcements. We are nearly at May, which is incredible, and I've got a bunch of things to share, so I'm going to jump right in. I want to start with tomorrow. So today, if you're listening to this in real time, today is April 29th, that's a Tuesday, and tomorrow, Wednesday, April 30th, is the next meeting of our Racial Justice Working Group. That's our our group that does work around racial justice, both in our congregation and in the larger world. We are going to be meeting tomorrow evening, that's Wednesday, April 30th, from 6:30 to 7:30. You can join us here at the church in room 6, or you can join us on Zoom, and I will put the Zoom link for that in the comments here. That group is totally open. Anyone who wishes can join. We are happy to have you if you are someone who wants to work on racial justice. On Thursday, May 1st, that is May Day, and there are a couple of May Day rallies happening. There's a big one happening up in Concord. A lot of great organizations are helping to sponsor that. It's from 5 to 7 p.m. It's at the State House. If you have been feeling energized by getting out and standing up for our values, this is a rally particularly around workers and immigrant workers and our support and care for them. So you are welcome to head up to Concord for that. There is also going to be one here in Nashua, same time, 5 to 7 p.m. On I believe it's on Library Hill as the most of the recent rallies have been. So that is coming up, and I'll put a link to both of those in the comments for you. On this Sunday, we are going to be doing kind of a May Day service. This is actually a service that's been a long time coming. It's one that was won in the auction a couple years ago. And it's going to be we're going to talk about the Bread and Roses strike in Lawrence, Mass. Back in the early 1900s, and what we can learn from the idea of fighting for bread and roses too. So that'll be the service this Sunday. There will be chapel. It's a children's chapel Sunday, so chapel for ages 4 and older that Sadie will be leading. And after the service, there's a couple things happening. One is it's the first Sunday of the month, and our outreach offering for May is going to New Hampshire for Ukraine, and we have a speaker coming, and that person is going to do a short little blurb in the service that will share about their organization, and then after the service, he'll be doing a longer presentation. So if you want to stay after the service and learn more about New Hampshire for Ukraine, this is someone who's been over in Ukraine and so is going to share from his experiences there. So that'll be after the service in our main worship space. Also after the service, I'm going to do a session of Intro to UU. That is our session for newcomers where I talk about what Unitarian Universalism is and the history. And I get to share with you my love of Unitarian Universalist history. So if you are new or you just want a refresher, you're welcome to join. Both of those I think will be at 11:30. And there will be childcare available for both of those as well. So all of that is this Sunday, May 4th. Next Tuesday, May 6th, Karen Campbell is going to be leading a Dragonfly Spirit Healing Circle. And this is going to be a time of meditation and energy healing. And Karen does just a beautiful job with these. I know they've been really meaningful to folks who have come in the past when she's done healing circles. It'll be at 7 p.m. in person at the church building in the Campbell Chapel. And Karen would love to have you join. Next Saturday, May 11th, so I'm going like a week and a half out now, I am going to be hosting a Zoom session with a colleague from the UK, from London, in in the UK. She is a Unitarian minister there. Her name is Reverend Kate Dean, and she and I are going to be doing a 3-week pulpit swap this summer. So the last weekend in July and the first 2 weeks in August, Kate will be here and leading worship, which I'm really excited to have her here. And I will be leading worship at Roslyn Hill Chapel in London for those 3 weeks. And we are bringing our congregations together on May 11th at, I think it's May 10th. Sorry, that's a Saturday. May 10th is the Saturday at 1 p.m. our time. It was very hard to find a time that we could do that worked for both them and us. So it's a 1 p.m. Zoom call with me and Kate and folks from the Roslyn Hill Unitarians. And we'll do some talking about what the pulpit swap is going to be like, answer questions, and then our hope is to have people break out in small groups for a little bit with people from the other congregation. So you'll get to connect with a few UUs from or Unitarians, they're just Unitarians from Roslyn Hill Chapel in London. So I hope you might join for that. I don't have the Zoom link yet, but we'll share it soon. Just mark your calendars, 1 p.m. on May 10th. That's a Saturday for the Pulpit Swap info session. And then a few more things that are coming up in May. First of all, Sadie and Michelle Sandy are going to be leading a 5-week support group for parents of teens and tweens. We know that's its own tricky stage, and so they're going to be doing a 5-week support group. It'll be Tuesday evenings, 6:30 p.m., starting May 13th. And running for 5 weeks in a row. And they would love to have you be a part of it. So I'll put a link in the comments where you can sign up. It'll be time to connect with others who are parenting teens and tweens in the congregation, and to talk about the issues that are specific to that stage of parenting. On May 18th, that's a Sunday, Sadie is leading a support group for parents of kids of all ages. That's going to be 5 to 6:30 p.m. It's a Sunday, and she's framing it as grounding and resilience for parenting in these times. We know that it's particularly difficult to be a parent when the world is all upside down, and so this will be specifically talking about that. Doing some sharing and support. We will feed you. There will be food. There will be childcare. So drop off your kiddos. And it'll be a time of grounding and resilience for parenting right now, which I know we all need. So again, that's Sunday, May 18th at 5 p.m. And again, I'll put a link in the comment where you can sign up for that as well. And then finally, the last thing I want to tell you about is bridging. So this is for our high school seniors. So if you have a high school senior, listen up. We offer the opportunity every year to our high school seniors to be part of a bridging program in some way. That could mean meeting with me and Sadie one-on-one or two-on-one, I guess. It could mean attending a program with other high school seniors once or twice. It could mean being a part of a bridging service in June. However your youth wants to participate, we would love to have them. So Sadie's put together a little form. So if you have a high school youth, we'd love for you to fill out this form and let us know if and how your youth, your senior, wants to be a part of the program or be recognized this spring. So I'll put a link to that in the comments. Please fill it out as soon as you can so we can make those plans. And congratulations on having a high school senior as well. That is exciting. So that's what I've got for today. Those are all my announcements. That was a bunch of things, I know. And thanks for listening to the end as usual. And actually there will be no video announcements next week. I'm going to be at a professional development retreat Monday afternoon through Thursday morning. So no video announcements next week. This will have to cover you for a couple weeks. But I will be back in 2 weeks with more video announcements. In the meantime, take care and enjoy the sunshine.